Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wavy Baller Hub. I'm your host, Temi. If this is your first time watching, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and follow the movement. Follow the movement, you feel me? Manchester United versus Manchester City match preview. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait for this matchup. I cannot wait for this matchup. This is the first time in a long time it feels like the Manchester Derby means something, right? It's a first time in a long time that it feels like the Manchester Derby means something. We are only 4 points away from each other in the table. Um, Manchester City's currently sitting on 39 points with 17 games in hand. We're sitting on 35 points with 17 games in hand. So this game means so much in terms of the table, in terms of where we sit and how we can we go ahead of City this season? Could we push for second place? All these things matter. All these things matter. Excuse me, my mic is acting kind of weird. But guys, this is a huge opportunity, man. And I have not come into a derby feeling more confident in years. In years. I have not felt this confident. You feel me? And it's a good thing to feel, right? So we have won, what is it, 8 games on the bounce now. City are coming off of a catastrophic loss against Southampton, which I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, but we're winning the Carabao Cup. You know what I'm saying? We're winning the Carabao Cup. Thank you so much, City fans, for giving us that beautiful, beautiful opportunity. Now we have to face either Southampton, Nottingham Forest, or Wolves, right? Or maybe, yeah, right? Or is Newcastle in that mix? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Okay. So we have we are in a great spot right now. Everything is going our way, results are going our way, just everything feels good right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything feels good in the hood right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. You know what I'm saying? So it's exciting. We're in a good spot. We're feeling good. We're looking good. We're all those things, man. And it's fun to see. We're gonna break down lineups. We're gonna break down what I feel about the game, all that different stuff. Who should start? Who I think will start? All that fun stuff, man. All that fun stuff. And I have no words. Honestly, I have no words for how excited I am for this game. It's a 7:30 a.m. kickoff for me, right? I'm debating if I want to go to this bar, right? This Manchester United bar, but then it would like affect my ability to do a live stream right after the show, which I don't want to miss out on. There's just I have so many decisions to make in the next couple of days, in the next 2 days. You feel me? But no, it's gonna be a fun one. Let's get into the lineups. Okay. Let's talk about the lineups, guys. Make sure to hit the like button for me, hit the subscribe button for me, follow the Wavy Baller Hub. I'm dropping a TikTok on Mr. Veghorst, who is a part of Manchester United now. Very interesting transfer move. Very interesting transfer move. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But let's get into these lineups. I'm gonna put it right here for us. Let's get into these lineups right now. Let me get some stuff out of the way. Okay, perfect. So here are the lineups. Here are the lineups right here. This is who I think is going to start. Okay. I think this is our best 11 as well. This is no question our best 11. There may be some question marks and we'll get into that, but this is who I think is going to start this game versus Manchester City. In goal, obviously, De Gea is unquestionably the number one. Dallo is a question mark because he came off injured versus Charlton. But I think that was more precautionary than anything. You know what I'm saying? I think that was more precautionary to save him for this City match. You see what I'm saying? Rafael Varane has not played in quite a few games, but I think they have been gearing him up to get ready for this game. I cannot see Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, excuse me, right, starting in this game. I cannot see Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof starting in this game. It won't happen. I think they've been prepping Varane to get ready for this game. You know what I'm saying? And his partner, Lisandro Martinez, had a great game versus Charlton. He's a lock, in my opinion. Luke Shaw, another lock, has been one of our best players this season. This back four has been excellent. This back four, and this is something that people don't give Ten Hag enough credit for, is fixing the back four quickly, right? Getting rid of Lindelof, who I like, right? But I don't think he should be a consistent Manchester United starter. Harry Maguire, who I just don't think is good enough for Manchester United, fix that, right? Then the midfield, Casemiro and Eriksen. This is a lock, right? This is a lock. I cannot see any other situation where those players don't play. You know what I'm saying? I can't see a situation where those players do not play. Okay. Casemiro and Eriksen are locks, right? Now we have a question of what does this mean for us defensively, right? Because Eriksen, to be quite frank, is not a central midfielder. He's more of a 10 playing as a central midfielder, right? Or he's not a deep lying midfielder, but that's where he's been playing because he's just quality wise, he's just better than Fred and McTominay. But does Fred come in this game? This is kind of where I'm questioning, does a Fred come in instead of an Eriksen to provide some defensive stability? Right? Does he come in to provide some defensive stability? It's a question. I'm not sure. I'm genuinely not sure anymore. So we'll have to wait and see. But this is what I think he'll do. I think he'll play Casemiro and Eriksen, right? As that base. And then, the three in behind the striker will be Rashford, Fernandes, and Antony. Bruno was suspended for the Charlton game, which is probably a good thing, right? Because he's fresh for the City game. Rashford again in the goal scoring form of his life, 7 goals in 6 games. Like, it's just, I can't even believe what I've been seeing from him. This is the best he's played for Manchester United. You feel me? This is absolutely the best he's played for Manchester United. I'd be stunned if, I'd personally be stunned if, he doesn't start or there's an injury or whatever the case may be. He has to play, right? Anthony's an interesting one, right? He's an interesting one for me. Anthony's an interesting one for me because I know he scored a goal against Charlton. But I've just not been convinced of him. Honestly, I think Jadon Sancho, when he comes back into the side, has a great opportunity to take back that right wing position. I think he has an opportunity to take that right wing position. That's how I feel. I know people might be like, oh, it's too early to judge Anthony, all this stuff, whatever. I'm not 100% sold. And that's okay. I'm not saying he's a bad player by any means. I think he works extremely hard. I think that he has, amazing dribbling ability. His quality, his close control ability is out of this world. I just think I need to see more in terms of decision making, right, in and around the box. That's just my personal opinion. And then Anthony Martial, right? Anthony Martial came off with a knock in our last Premier League game. Who did we face in our last? Was it Everton? Did we face Everton in our last Premier League game? I can't even remember. Who did we face our last Premier League game, guys? He came off again. Yep, he came off against Everton. I was right. Came off against Everton with a knock. I think it wasn't too serious. We'll probably get some more news from Erik ten Hag after the press conference. But we'll have to wait and see, right? We'll have to wait and see. This is in my opinion, he's our best number 9, right? Weghorst is coming in to provide support for him if he's injured, if he's, he has a knock, whatever. I think Weghorst will be the backup striker now, which I prefer than having an Alenga or whatever the case may be. But Martial's a number 9, right? And he needs to have a big game. He's had some big games against City. Let's not forget he scored a big goal against City. There was a 2-0 win in Ollie's tenure. I remember he scored a big goal, another big goal, and a 2-1 win in Ollie's first full season. Like, he scored some critical goals against Manchester City, right? He needs to get back in that goal scoring form, man. He needs to get back in that goal scoring form, because it'll be critical for our progress this season. He had a really good game in the last game he played. I just think he needs to get back to that, being that hungry, clinical striker, that have that Van Nistelrooy mentality where, like, if I don't score a goal, I'm pissed off. I'm not saying that goal scoring is the end all be all, but I do want my striker to be hungry, right, to try and score a goal. Not saying being selfish or whatever, but just being hungry, knowing that when the opportunity is there, I am there to pounce and I am there to strike. You know what I'm saying? but it'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what happens. From a City perspective, I don't know who they're going to start. Right? They mix and mash. I try my best not to like. I watch City right when it's a big game. If there's I keep up with what they're doing. I don't know who's starting every single week. Obviously, Holland's going to play. Foden's going to play. I would imagine Mars will play. Right? Rodri's going to play. And the center backs, I don't know, right? I would imagine maybe a Kanji or one of those guys will play. You feel me? But I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure when it comes to City. All I know is that what we need to do is be hyper aware of our defensive structure and our defensive fortitude. Listen, we have improved a ton. We're not on City's level yet. Let's be real. We're playing well. We're getting results that we need to get, right? But we need to be defensively. That's the first thing we need to be, is defensively resilient against Manchester City. Okay, we need to be defensively resilient. Anthony has to track back. Marcus Rashford has to track back. Bruno Fernandes has to track back. Everyone needs to be strong behind the ball because they're going to dominate possession. We need to have a strong base with that back four, which I think we do. We need Casemiro to be a great screen. We need Eriksen to work hard. All those things. Am I the only one? What do you mean by we and our? I'm speaking as a Manchester United fan. Okay. I'm a Manchester United fan. So I'm speaking as a Manchester United fan. So when I say we as in Manchester United. Okay. So, Manchester United, I'll say Manchester United, fair enough. Manchester United need to be defensively resolute. Okay. That's number one. Point number one. We've done a great job at keeping clean sheets over the past few games. We've kept clean sheets in 4 out of our last 6 games. Okay. Manchester United has kept clean sheets in 4 out of the last 6 games. And we need to keep that going. Is it going to be easy to keep a clean sheet against City? I doubt it. I'm not saying we're going to keep a clean sheet, but I'm saying we need to make it extremely difficult. Think about the Liverpool game earlier on in the season, right? They conceded a goal, but it was kind of like, it was just a very fluky, we defended really well in that game. You know what I'm saying? We defended really well in that game against Liverpool, right? Now, what we need to do is keep that mentality and bring it to this Manchester City game. We've beat Liverpool. We've beat Arsenal this season. We've drawn against Chelsea. Now let's go and get a draw or beat Man City. Right, let's get a draw or beat Man City. It's that critical. The defensive side of the game is because listen, at the end of the day, we have talent on the break. We still have to. If Anthony gets out wide on the break, if Rashford gets out wide on the break, anything can happen, right? And we have an Eriksen who can control, right, on the turn, right, in the turn of play, in the turn of transition. Eriksen can pick a pass out. Casemiro can pick a pass out, right? Fernandes can pick a pass out. So we have to be ready for those moments when they come. It's critical, and it's critical. That's all I'll say about those situations. But guys, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on who is going to win this game? Who's going to be a critical component of this upcoming game against Manchester City? Right? It's going to be a huge game. It's going to be a huge game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You feel me? My prediction, okay? My prediction for this game. Let me, we're at home at Manchester. So I was at the last Premier League Manchester derby game at Old Trafford. We lost 2-0. It was my first time at Old Trafford. It was a very painful experience. I wish I had waited a year and gone now. You feel me? But it's all good because we couldn't be in better form. And that's great to see. But yeah, no, I'm very itching to see what the score will be. My prediction, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win, Manchester United. That sounds crazy. That sounds like it's not supposed to happen, but it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. I believe in it. I'm confident in it. I feel good about it. We're in great form. 8 wins on the bounce. It's not going to be easy. City are going to be angry coming off that Southampton loss, but I think we have more than enough quality in this side now. We have World Cup winners, Champions League winners, and just kind of snuck up on us, right? Varane, 5 times Champions League winner. Casemiro, 5 times Champions League winner. Martinez, World Cup winner. Christian Eriksen has been and played in humongous games, Champions League finals, right? Dalot has played in huge games in the World Cup. Rashford played in big games in the World Cup and the Champions League. Like, there's experience in this side now. De Gea, league title winner, right? League title winner, twice over with Manchester United. People forget about that, right? Martial has played in big games, scored big goals, right? Everyone in this team, let me put the team back up. Actually, everyone in this team has some. Well, maybe Anthony withstanding, right? Anthony withstanding. Everyone in this team has played in humongous games, right? Anthony's won titles, right, in the Eredivisie. I can even say that. I can even go back to that. There is enough experience and enough quality in this side to get a result, to get a winning result against Manchester City. 2-1 Manchester City. My goal scorers are Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial. The link up of my dreams, you feel me? The link up of my dreams. 2-1. Rashford's going to get a goal, another goal to make it 8-7. Martial's going to get a goal to get himself in goal scoring form. Well, guys, what are your thoughts on this game? What do you think is going to happen? I have to sign off here soon. I'm excited for this game, man. I'm really excited for this game. Really excited for this game. I cannot wait. I genuinely cannot wait. Man, it's going to be a legendary Saturday. You feel me? One that we won't forget. But guys, what are your thoughts about the game? Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're 319 subscribers. We're pushing to get to 350. So guys, if this is your first time watching, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, show some love for your boy. And I will talk to you guys very, very shortly, okay? Deuces.